My chickens. Guys, so my last video, I was thinking about other things that I may have done to this area that I did differently. And the one thing that came to mind, and this video is for my friend Neil, who I met a couple days ago and from school. We were chatting, and this has to do with what we're chatting about. He doesn't know about this, but he might look back at my video and see what I'm talking about here. I did spray L Reuteri, the bacteria L Reuteri, on these plants. So me and Neil, hey Neil, we were talking about health, and we were talking about B12. And I actually, hi Kalina, she escaped in here. And sorry guys, I haven't made a lot of videos because school has just been difficult. Okay, so I told him that I actually make this L Reuteri, and I was looking it up because I was like, I wonder if L Reuteri actually makes B12, and if I'm not mistaken, the internet says it does. And this is my L Reuteri yogurt. So this is basically 2 half and halves that I put it inside of a pot down here, and I put this in it, and I ferment it for 36 hours at 109 degrees. And it lives in, and it can live in the stomach, where our B12 is digested. It can live in the small intestine, but it can live in the mouth, and it can live down the esophagus and into the stomach as well. And we absorb vitamin B12 through the intrinsic factor that it is in our bodies. And the intrinsic factor, there's things that help the intrinsic factor actually get stimulated for production. First, food and enough stomach acid. If we don't have enough stomach acid, even if we get our stomach full of food, we are not digesting the contents well. And she's trying to turn on the TV. And we were talking about, it's funny, we were talking about B12. So he's a vegan, and I was like, are you getting your B12? And he was actually like, okay, it's a misconception. Like there's, we basically, roundabout, it's understandable what Neil's talking about. He's saying that we actually get the B12 through the animals, but it's because they eat poop, is basically what he's saying. But I'm saying that, well, L Reuteri and possibly other microbes, because the more we learn, the more microbes and the diversity of microbes that we have, the better our utilization of our nutrients are. I actually do believe that we used to be vegans in the Garden of Eden. I think that is pretty biblical. Whether we'll go back to that time or not, I would say, like, unless it's in some of the scripture, it sounds like we're going to sit down to a marriage supper or a supper that there's going to be talks about meat and like bone marrow and stuff, but I'm getting kind of boring probably. Comment that I'm a geek, guys. I just love this stuff, and it's really fun to talk about.
Mama is bad.
Why?
Mama bad because she doesn't want me to turn on the TV.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.